What is the message of Purim? The Megillah that we read today tells us that the story took place over a period of 9 years. It begins during the 3rd year of the reign of King Achashverosh and it ends during his 12th year. The Megillah does not recount any open miracles according to the simple reading of the text. A couple of episodes approach an open miracle. The fact that Haman fell on the bed on top of Queen Esther, or all of a sudden Achashverosh couldn't sleep that night. But for the most part, the Megillah seems like a story, like a whole bunch of unrelated events. And it was only after the 9 years were over that people realized that it was God behind the scenes. It was God smiling behind the masks. And therefore, Kimu v'kiblu, the Jews accepted upon themselves a renewed acceptance of the Torah, this time out of love. The first time they were forced to accept the Torah, as the rabbis tell us, that God lifted the mountain over their heads. And this time they accepted the Torah out of pure love. And the proof is that they accepted to keep all the mitzvahs of the day of Purim, such as reading the Megillah, concentrating, focusing once in the evening, once in the morning, a total of almost 2 hours of intense concentration. Halacha tells us if one misses one word, he has not fulfilled the mitzvah. So if they had enough mitzvahs, why take upon themselves another mitzvah? It means they love the mitzvahs of God and they're accepting another mitzvah. If we look at the events of our times, they are a lot more miraculous and a lot more amazing than the events of the Purim story. 20 years ago, we had a Gulf War when 39 missiles fell in this country and only 1 or 2 people were killed from the actual missiles. And in Saudi Arabia, 1 missile killed 39 people. After General Schwarzkopf commented that the Scud is the Etzel of missiles. So God showed him that really it's the Cadillac of missiles, it's not the Etzel of missiles. That was one great, great miracle. And we've seen many more miracles. A tsunami in 2004 that destroyed and killed over 200,000 people in Bali, in Sumatra, and in Thailand. And the Israelis, the Jews that were there, were saved miraculously. 9/11, when God allowed these madmen to fly planes into the Twin Towers and the Pentagon. And more recently, an earthquake that almost totally destroyed the country of Haiti, with around 200,000 dead. And just a few days ago, an earthquake and tsunami which hit Japan. Japan, producer and exporter of some of the most filthy, disgusting, pornographic computer programs in the world. Japan, whose populace allows this to take place, was finally punished by God. They said, oh, we're prepared. Our buildings are made to withstand earthquakes. Our reactors are fine. Nothing's going to happen to them. We have walls to protect ourselves against tsunami. Of course, God showed them that, no way. Just like people said around 100 years ago, the first time they sailed the Titanic, even God can't sink this ship, they said. Well, God showed them that, of course, he could sink this ship. So, what can we learn? What is God trying to tell us?
Wow.
The Megillah tells us that Mordechai told Esther, you must go to King Ahasuerus now and beg the cause of the Jewish people. Esther said, I can't go now. I have to wait till the king summons me, otherwise he can kill me. Most people are not summoned off with their head. Mordechai said, you must go now. Why? Because everything that happens is according to divine providence. Why did a lowly orphan girl become queen of the strongest empire in the world? At the exact same time when an edict came forward to destroy all the Jewish people. It must be that God is giving her an opportunity to save the Jewish people. And it must be the opportunity is now, because now she can act. Who knows what's going to be tomorrow? And he told her, Esther, if you don't act now, if you don't risk your life, then you are going to be killed. And the Jewish people will survive, because God will not allow the fate of the Jewish people to rest upon the whims of one woman or man. So therefore, Hashem will save them, God will take care of them. But you will be destroyed because you did not fulfill your purpose. What is our purpose? Perhaps it's to wake up the world and tell them, hey guys, wake up. How many times does God have to slam this earth with earthquakes, tsunamis, hurricanes, tornadoes, volcanoes, floods, Australia, Japan, Bali, Thailand, Iceland, black cloud over Europe, radiation that's hitting North America now, and soon will go to Europe. What else does he have to say? What will it take to wake everybody up? Well, if there's anyone listening who says, hey, I get the message, I'm waking up. So go to your friends, please, and tell them, you guys are old-fashioned. He says, why? So, we're modern. We go with the times. We're striding ahead with the times. We realize the earth has changed, and life will never be the same it was, because now God is preparing us for the coming of Mashiach. So we have to change ourselves. Until now, we were asking ourselves, let's do what's right and not what's wrong. Perhaps we should even follow halacha. If it's mutter, it's mutter. If it's asur, it's asur. Permitted or forbidden. And now God says, no, it's not enough. It's time to upgrade. Just like you upgrade your furniture, you upgrade your car, it's time to upgrade our performance and our service of God. These are tzitzit. The Bible says that if you have a four-cornered garment, you must put these tzitzit, these fringes, on the four-cornered garment. But what if you don't have a four-cornered garment? You don't have to wear tzitzit. However, the Talmud, our tradition, tells us that if there's going to be an idna de rischa, a time of divine anger, so to speak, people might be killed by not wearing tzitzit. And the commentators, such as Rabbeinu Yonah, explain, how could a person not want and desire the beautiful mitzvah of tzitzit, which reminds one of that he is a Jew and he's a servant of God? So we say, how could one not desire the beauty of all the other commandments? The commandment of coming to live in the land of Israel. Anyone who lives here, all his sins are forgiven. Every 4 steps you take, you get another mitzvah. Wow. The beauty of living in Jerusalem, of feeling the presence of God in a very intense way, in a very special way, every moment. How could one not desire to have this beautiful mitzvah? A place where you could really love God. It's easier to love God and fulfill the commandment of Ahavtas Hashem, loving God, in this country, especially this holy city, because you feel His presence and you see Him so clearly. How could one not desire to fulfill this mitzvah? Chassid is one who does chesed with God, one who loves God. Asks himself, what can I do to make God happy? It's like a child asks, what can I do to make my parents happy? God is our Father. What can we do to make Him happy? It's time to wake up, and to wake up one's family and one's friends, and to say, Mashiach is coming very soon. Are we prepared? Are we ready? Let's get ready. The time to act is now.